You feel what I'm saying?
But going into the Black home, your parents are just doing what their parents are doing. So we don't know.
Yeah, we gotta cut that down. We gotta break the cycle.
Right. No, but that's what parents are doing now. I will guarantee you, like, I watch young Black parents every day. I watch my homegirl, my kid, every day. She gives her son the freedom to do whatever safely, whatever he wants, to the point he can draw if he wants, he can dance if he wants, he can do all of these things. As long as he's not harming himself or his environment, that's fine. So when you talk about, like, let's just going back to us growing up, which wasn't that long ago, I don't know. I can't say that I fully agree with that jaded feel or that stifled feeling and being like a creative child, because you can be creative and not do defiant shit. You can like rock music and your parents might not like it, but you're going to do it anyway. So it's not like you can't like what you want to like.
Yeah.
It's not going to be supported. Like I said, it might not be supported by your parents. Your parents might not care about that type of shit because that's not what they grew up on. That's not what they liked. But, do you.
Maybe it's not even down to music. Maybe that's like a me thing on like my perception. Mm-hmm. I don't know how to put it in words correctly. Mm-hmm. But when I put it in words correctly, I'll definitely let you know. Okay. But I feel like there's like a stigma of like Black kids not being able to do what the fuck they want to do. Because
I agree with you to that point. I completely agree with you.
Even down to like the whole you gotta go to college thing. Like you have to.
Yeah.
Like Black people, like as a Black youth, you have to go to fucking college.
Right.
But they don't tell them that there's other things that you can do. That's where the cultivating things lie. Uh-huh. Because I'm like, my kid is like a fuck up in school. Not because my kid is stupid, but my kid just does not fucking like school. Mm-hmm. What is my kid like? Like, what can my kid do for the rest of their life that will make them happy, that doesn't require going to college? Because going to college, like, if you already do not like school, you're not going to excel at college. Like, you're not. Trust me. I'm one of those people. I hate fucking school. But I like
graduated college.
Not like good though. You feel what I'm saying?
You're not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but you're not putting your grades on the job resume.
That's what I'm saying. But like, you want to be more like in tune with it. Like, if you go to college, you want to get everything out of it. Like, you want to be a part of extracurriculars. You want to do all that shit that you don't know about.
Right.
When I was in college, I was worrying about working. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I have to.
But that's different.
Yeah, like you have to support. Yeah, like you have to support yourself. Or I don't like the idea of being in a classroom for a bunch of hours. Like, that's not my thing.
But okay, but at that point when you're in college, at that point when you're 18, usually Black parents be like, you can do this and I would love you to do this. But if you do whatever, you're going to be on your own.
But I feel like with Black parents, you feel that, especially if you're like one of the first people to graduate from college in your family.
Right.
And I'm not saying that's, excuse me, because I'm definitely not the first person to graduate from college in my family. But if you feel that pressure on you, like, you have to be there. And it's just, I don't know. Like, a lot of people have degrees and I don't know what the fuck to do with them. Like, what the fuck do I do with this degree now? Including myself. I have a degree. I don't know what the fuck to do with it.
All right, cool. But now you're an adult and you have the capability. Granted, yes, the idea sounds scary as like drop everything and do what you're passionate about. But that is at that point what you have to do.
Yeah, but I feel like that could be avoided if we also tell kids, hey, you do not have to go to fucking college to be a successful person.
But you could be in the same situation. Like, let's just say you want to be in a creative. It's not like being a creative is easy regardless of whether you've been training all your life or whether
you don't have to waste over $40,000 to do so. That's what I'm saying.
But people... It's not like people who are musicians haven't gone to college and be like, I could have did this shit on my own. Like,
right. I mean, it's always good to have like a plan B or whatever, but make sure it's like a solid plan B. That's all I'm saying. Like, all I'm saying is like, you don't have to like do like the cookie cutter thing. Like, you don't have to live your life that way. And I feel like parents should tell their kids, you don't have to live your life that way. And if you see your kids as a talent, cultivate the talent. That's what I'm saying. Like, whatever they want to fucking do. Your kid likes cars, push that nigga to be a mechanic. Like, what do you want to do? Do you want to do something with this? Do you enjoy this? But that's
like, I don't know. I guess because, like, I went to school and I didn't graduate. I got unnecessary loans and I'm not going back to school. I can say that I feel no need to go back to school because I know that what niggas be doing with degrees, I can make the same amount and doing some other shit
and not being fucking debt
and not being debt. Well, I'm in debt, but whatever.
Me too.
But But you have a degree and you can put that on the resume and you have the ability to get.
But for some reason, I just feel like it doesn't matter. Like every time, this is not a vent session about me.
No,
but yeah.
I understand that. But what I'm saying is, either way, you have the choice. Mm-hmm. You could have dropped out of college. I'm not pointing you out, but I'm talking about anybody who's in that type of situation where they know that school is not for them. That was my bind. I knew school wasn't for me. I didn't like sitting in the classroom. I could be out here making money somewhere. Mm-hmm. You know, I could be out here taking care of myself. What I'm gonna have to fucking do anyway. So let's just get to it, you know? So, but those who do have a passion and those who know that school is not for me, let me do something different. Let me go against the grain with or without the support of the people that love me. You know, when I make it, I'm gonna be on and then they going to see.
And that's all I'm saying. Like, you should support people if they do not want to go to school.
Why do you necessarily, when you have yourself, why do you need the support of other people?
Because it's nice just to have a support system.
It's nice, but sometimes you're not always going to have that. You cannot have that even if they cultivated that talent.
But I get it. But I'm just stressing. It is nice to have a support system. That's it. You cannot have it. That's retarded if you don't have it. But you should have a support system. Like, dude, you don't have to be alone. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to be alone. Find a nigga that's your support system.
But that doesn't necessarily have to be
your family or what. Find someone who fucking supports you.
No, I agree with you, and that's what I was about to say. It doesn't necessarily have to be your family. It could be the niggas that's grinding with you. And
that's fine. That's your support system.
Right, but you don't need, at that point, that you don't need your family. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying that I'm not going to sit here and blame my mom because I had to go to dance class all the time instead of.
I'm not saying blame your parents, but I'm saying, like,
listen to what I'm saying, though. Like, it seems like what you're saying is in the black home, usually, because we have to live this cookie cutter lifestyle, because we have already so much going against us, that parents beat into our heads that we have to be successful, and this is the way to be successful, right? And if you go against that grain, at some point your parents are going to be upset, or the people who love you are going to be upset, or the people who are closest to you are going to be upset, and they're not going to give you that support system that you need, right? I get that, right? At the end of the day, even if you're your own support system, yes, it's nice to have a support system. It's nice to have people that ride for you. And I'm pretty sure in most cases, there's at least one person that's riding for the nigga that's trying out here that think everybody's going against them. You know, it's at least one. And even if you don't have that one, that belief that you have that's so strong, like, I could be doing something else. I could be out here getting what I want to get and doing what I want to do with the passion that I have. You know, it's embedded inside of me. Obviously, everything else has been going wrong for a reason. This is what I should be doing. Then they do that. I'm not saying that it's easy. I'm not saying that it's something that could be wake up and get it done kind of thing. It takes that motivation, but at the same time, the people that told me, no, this is wrong, bad, dumb, never going to get me anywhere, they're not going to stop me if I ultimately think that what I believe in is going to get me somewhere. You know, my mom didn't, like, I wanted to cook. It was obvious that niggas knew that I wanted to cook, like to cook. I found passion in cooking, but I was still going to dance class every single day.
As parents, you can't push what you want your kids to do.
Right, because my mom liked dancing, and she thought that it would keep me out the streets. It would keep me away from doing all the things that these other bitches is out here doing, and then I could be a good kid, you know? Yeah. And guess what dance class got me? Nowhere. But I'm not going to be mad at my mom that I'm not a chef. I'm not going to be mad at my mom because she didn't.
I'm not saying carry
the
the grief and, like, be in some type of resentment and, like, aiming that towards your parents. I'm just saying catch it early. Like, if you see your kid is into something, get into it, or at least try to get into it with them. And even if you're not into it, help them with it. That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying resent your parents for the rest of your life.
I'm not saying that you're saying resent your parents, but what it seemed like you were saying is because black parents or black homes don't necessarily support different, you know, that it inhibit someone from being different and being successful or being happy at being different, where that's not necessarily the case, I believe. Oh, shit. But back to the real shit.
All right, getting the volume and shit. What was I gonna say? What you got?
So Cardi B, she's coming out here.
She coming out for a show? or album. Oh, Invasion of Privacy with that terrible album art. Can we get into the album art? Please. It's so bad. So here's the thing.
It's not that bad.
It's very bad. First of all, the word art they use, it took me like 8 minutes to read that shit. I'm like, what is it? I know like some of it is privacy, but what is it? Oh, Invasion of Privacy. I don't like the font. I don't like that word art, that Microsoft word art shit that they use for it. I'm kind of grilling this because I've been waiting for this for a while. Also, that picture of Cardi B, they used the most generic. It just feels rushed.
Yeah.
Like they used the most generic picture of Cardi B they can find. There's so many beautiful pictures of her.
Yeah.
So many. And they could have used all of them for an album cover. This one is just, I feel like I've seen this before. It kind of looks like the, like a Nicole Ray album cover that came back. Came out like a long time ago for like, If I Was Your Girlfriend. No, Make It Hot. I mean, fucking, that was like one of my favorite albums of all time. That album's hard. But when she signed to Rockefeller in that If I Was Your Girlfriend era, it reminds me of that album cover. Yeah. One of the album covers she had for that. And I'm just like, I don't like this. It makes her look too like, I don't know. Like, I just don't.
Like everybody else.
It's not my cup of tea. And the lead single is terrible. Not terrible.
Was the lead single?
Careful.
Oh, that's Be Careful is the lead single?
It's one of the singles. Yeah.
But Bartier Cardi is on there.
Actually, technically, Bodak Yellow is the lead single. Technically, because Bodak Yellow is also on the album.
Yeah.
But I mean, Bartier Cardi is also on there. And Be Careful is a new single. And I'm like, this is not single material.
And Drip. Drip is the new single.
I haven't heard Drip. And I
still listen to Drip?
I didn't watch the video for Bartier Cardi because I'm kind of disappointed it's just not that cartoon. So I'm like, I don't understand. Like, I just don't.
So I thought the video came out, and I think that maybe in my mind that I had already made up a video from the single cover. But I'm a crazy human being. Anyway.
No, but I do that. So I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I really thought there was a video out
Once
for
you
it.
hear a song, you're just like, oh my God, like this video.
You imagine the video,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
And that wasn't what I expected at all, the video. Like, I watched the video, and it was, first of all, it was very advertising. They advertised the Asos, the egg lip balm. That it advertised Lyft, it advertised
Get money.
Tinder,
Getting money.
it advertised some other shit. Like Cardi out here getting these checks,
Getting these little endorsement checks. Happy for her. I still love Cardi B, but I feel like I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this album.
Neither do I. I'm probably not gonna like it. I love Cardi B, but I like Cardi B's personality and her. How she shows her personality in her music rather than Cardi B's music.
Right.
Like, Be Careful, where she was really, quote unquote, spitting, quote unquote. Like, I was over it.
Spitting. I don't know.
I was over it real quick. And then she did her own vocals, and I was like, oh, Cardi. And then it sounded like I don't know, it sounded very like unfinished and like somebody need to edit it or some shit.
It's a very hood precautionary tale. I'm like,
yeah, how niggas did you dirty?
Yeah, it's fucking terrible. Cardi B is also going to become the first ever co-host for the Jimmy Fallon show.
Yeah, I saw.
So
that's awesome.
Hopefully she does something back by the roots.
Right.
That'll be cute.
You know what? I honestly think that Cardi should just do this album.
Tonight Show, rather. Sorry.
She should do this album, maybe do a second album, maybe, but then just come with talk show hosts.
Yeah.
That would be so her stitch.
They could do like Cardi B like in the wild or something like
that.
They can have her in some random shit.
They could.
Remember New York Goes to Work?
That's what I was about to say.
They could do something like that with Cardi B.
They could do a New York to Cardi B. Mm-hmm. Like, she could be out here just doing random shit and having her own like random shows.
Right. They need to use her personality as something.
Right.
Because I feel like for what I gauge for her, she's so eager to do stuff.
Yeah.
And like she just wants to be involved in things.
Yeah.
And she likes talking to people, whatever. She's just excited to be here, y'all.
Right.
Like,
she don't necessarily need to be a musical artist.
Yeah. She don't. There's so many things. Cultivate that. I think cultivate is the word for the day. Mm-hmm. Cultivate that talent. You see she's good at something, get more of that in there. So,
but do you think that eventually we would get annoyed with that? Because I feel like we kind of killed New York off, and she had to dip off for a second.
No, every time I see Tiffany New York Pollard on something, I get excited. It's going to be funny. There's going to be memes,
right? But at the same time,
I feel about Sky.
See, Sky, I couldn't take too much of her.
She's ridiculous.
I love it, but like she like I don't know. I felt like if they did a New York to Sky, I would be like, okay, like she wasn't. I didn't like her on that
Brunch with New York or whatever.
No, that scary. This